A terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Denver Broncos. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hatch it. Play.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. That's taken on the 25. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. A throw over the middle, taken in, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3-and-out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3-and-out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 39. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. They'll drop this underneath for Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
There you go, Tiger.
Mike 20.
Zebra. So don't say nothing.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here we go.
They snap it to Tannehill. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Come on.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Hurry.
Mike 29.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't been killed.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Ready? 19 Tiger.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
60 Maverick.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Ready. Panther 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
So conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Austin Hooper, 36 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Baby. Let's go!
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Tannehill throwing again. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 20.
Block.
Let him know. Let him know. 24.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Marshall. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point's not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Tiger.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Desmond King picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Austin Hooper, ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
Oh, yeah.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's got this one complete to Perriman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But now...
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window, and sometimes interceptions result.
And he rifles one incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, Tannehill. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off play action, Tannehill. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been.
Gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Go ahead and take a seat.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense as that fell harmlessly to the ground. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit.
And look at this. It's a fake. And he's going to let it go deep. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
You got nothing.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos add on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Get there, get there, get there, get there.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Jeff Wilson, 94 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team. And
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And this offense continues to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Hodgins, 83 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Here's Moss with a catch out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
60 Bison.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? And Wilson has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jeff Wilson ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Browns get a score closer. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Set now. Off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's complete to Lewis. And he is going to have a Browns first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on third and a yard.
Liking 18.
Over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the screen. Pass.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Hodgins was his intended receiver. And it's second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Check hot route.
He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth.
Watch 80. Watch 80. He likes to get the...
Back to throw now on first down. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine. Sidelines at the end of the third quarter, doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just one conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
7 Pirates.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Single.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'm coming.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Bronco 80.
Big edge.
60 Eagle. 18 Rattler.
Yeah.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Browns on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
12 yards there and a first down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Back to throw again. Going underneath for Lewis. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Viking 18, Bronco 80.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. His throw caught at about the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards.
55, Mike 55.
I want that.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.